What's up, guys? Good morning, and here's a little studio news update. I'm heading over to Peter Whitlock's. I came over to visit yesterday. It was busy. I'm gonna come check out his stuff and see what he's been up to. So let's see if he's home today, if he comes out. Man, the hills steep. I'm in a low gear. Peter! Good morning. It's another day in paradise. Yeah, no, I'm just coming to take a look around. I stopped by the other day and I got a little video, but you weren't here. You were... Nice. Nice. No, I like them.
Put them down like that. Put a flower pot on it. Or sit on it.
I like these new mushrooms here.
That's a new style. Like
Yeah.
Put spirals and then the spirals instead of lines.
Yeah.
Check it out. You see what I mean? Don't about like it looks like it's sort of dripping when you look at it. It's like,
You just went back that way? You just went back that way?
he lives that way. Baby, you want a peanut? Want a peanut? Want some daddy? I usually keep peanuts in my pocket. Or hazelnuts or whatever. When he comes by, he stops, I give him a peanut.
So these wolves,
These
they're
wolves are from my second cousin.
they're pine?
Yeah, they're pine. I made them for my second cousin and his new wife. She came to see me. She said that she just lost 8 fetuses in a row. She's trying to have a baby. And she felt real bad.
I think the hump could come back a little bit.
Look at this one. See the chest?
I like the sort of abstractness of them
See
though.
the chest how pointed out here?
Yeah,
This is not done yet.
yeah.
Sneaking up on the peanut, eh? It's okay, it's right there. There you go. Want another one? There you go. See, now he's all fine. Want another one?
But anyway, guys, I'm here with Peter Whitlock. He's a legendary cast carver across the street from my place, and I stopped in on the last video, and you can see some of his work outside there, but he wasn't home to chat with, and so I'm back here today to chat with Peter about his work and what's gotten him into carving, and yeah, so basically, when did you discover you were into carving wood and stuff, and an artist?
Well, I've always been an artist, even when I was a kid. I used to take things apart, rebuild them. But I was always like that. I was an artist in school. I used to draw. I used to do metalworking. I used to do metal art. Then I started cutting trees. I started carving things a bit here and there. But basically, I like shaping the art and make the trees look really perfectly round, that kind of stuff. I like that. But when I moved to Cass, I met Mike Schnupp, who was right between us. We were friends.
Right.
Mike Schnupp, he was a carver, an excellent carver. He was also a builder of large furniture. For example, the table right there.
Yeah, maybe
That's
after
kind of-
we'll go down into the basement and show you like some of the stairs that were built by Mike Schnupp.
It's big stuff. It's like castle stuff, like doors for castles.
all laminated wood and
It's special. It's special stuff. Mike suffered from schizophrenia and stuff like that. He had mood swings. So, anyways, one day he was carving a mask for some guy that wanted a mask. I walked into the yard and started talking to him. And I did the sort of a mistake. I said that eye needs a little bit more touch with the chainsaw. And he got mad and he threw the chainsaw. It wasn't on, but he threw it at me. He hit me with it and everything. And he said, take the chainsaw, fix the eye, get the hell out of my property and never come back. So I looked at him and he was dead serious. So I picked up the chainsaw and I fixed the eye. He looked at it. I got another piece of wood, brought it over, and he said, you copy that mask? So I did. And he said, okay, you're my new carver. And that's how we started carving together. You know, the stuff that we carved like here in the yard, the big giant deck and all that there.
Yeah.
That was all done with Mike Schnook.
Let's go take a look at that right now.
Okay.
Those pieces that Peter's talking about were part of a deck that was at another person's house. It's right here.
Yeah, the railings were made and they're carved on both sides. So it's got the same pattern on the other side as it does on this side. Which means that right here, it's like a 1/4 inch thick.
Yeah.
And
so these were all glued up.
yeah, these are all pieces of wood that were glued together. They were all cut, sanded, and made till they have a perfect fit and then glued together.
And screwed between.
And then screwed this way between, and we had to know exactly where each screw was and which angle it was, so that when we carve, we don't touch any of them.
Yeah.
And look,
Nice.
it's not one piece, it's a whole bunch of pieces. We
Yeah,
built
yeah.
a whole deck, a huge deck.
How much would you say this person paid you guys to do this work that many years ago?
It was like I wasn't paid to work at Mike Schnepp. I was learning from Mike Schnepp, and he was my neighbor, so my friend. And I would help him out on this. I did all the sanding.
Nice.
But we weren't really paid for the work. It was something that he owed the guy. And
Okay.
he gave the guy the deck like a gift sort of thing, which was worth like 10 times what he owed the guy.
Wow.
Mike Schnepp was like that.
Holy smokes.
So the guy was generous. He used to come over and give us gifts, but it wasn't money, you know, like he'd bring us things, you know. So I don't know. I haven't got a clue. If I asked today,
Let's check out the stairs, the cherry maple stairs that we were talking about earlier while we're back here. Could we do that?
Yeah, I mean the stairs themselves.
Yeah.
There's that Roman soldier you carved.
Yeah, we'll take a look after.
It's pretty dark in here. The stairs are at the end. Open the lights on, see if it helps.
Yeah. Okay. Probably better to go through the sand.
Look at the arches too.
Okay, let me. Okay, so these are arches that were.
On the pontoon boat. They were the rails and the roof of the pontoon boat.
And Mike took part in this also.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but
Okay,
all
there's
of us. Guy
there's some
Wilson,
other parts.
Guy
Yeah.
Wilson, and that's the front door of the pontoon boat.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
these
so
are
this-
the arches for the roof.
Yeah.
And over there is the railings for the pontoon boat. I think they're 18 feet long.
Oh, you still have those, yeah?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
the whole
cool.
pontoon. I
Yeah.
inherited it all.
Well, it would be work
See,
to put it
because
back together, but
Because
yeah.
I mostly was working for free.
That would make a nice railing on your deck, Peter. If you
Well,
if you made a
18
deck.
feet long, I would have to build a really long deck.
So basically, I mean, it's not the best way to show off these stairs. These are masterful artwork, but anyway, it's all glued up.
So it doesn't touch the ground
They-
because there's a humidity.
It's on this beam at the center. It's just a massive beam. All
it's
boards. It's all boards glued up. Maple, cherry.
Hundreds and hundreds of boards. Now this is the cherry part here. It's got cherry inlay,
Okay,
but it's all rock maple.
man.
This is like really hard stuff.
And look at this. Look how it looks like a freaking.
Yeah,
Like it looks like a ship. It looks like a wing.
exactly. He
It
was
looks
always
like
influenced by Star Trek and James Bond.
Yeah.
So it's like the sexy.
And it's right down.
There.
Like, is there a name for these type of stairs?
Well, they're called unirail stairs, I think.
Okay.
They got one rail, or one bar, but these stairs are old.
It goes up. It goes up thin.
Even the stairs, you see, they're made this way, that way, and then this way again. So it's all different layers. You can see the layers here. It's all glued, so it won't crack. This thing is like 30 some odd years old, and it hasn't cracked.
And they were never finished. They were never sanded to the finish. They were never installed.
Yeah, they were never finally finished. They were close. I sanded it down. I did a lot of sanding on these things, but never got it down to the last sanding paper. You know, like 220 or something like that, and then varnish it all or whatever. Never got to that stage.
Yeah, so that's a shame that all that work went into that.
I put it here, and you can see the water came up from underneath, and it freaked me out. So I pulled it off the ground, and see, there's no damage.
That's underneath. It's got a little bit of like color to it there, but
that's deliberate color to see if there's damage. We put color on it, and if something happens, you see the change in color. And this is just foam and sawdust that I put in there because I didn't want water coming into the cracks, but it didn't do anything.
Anyways, it's super masterful. It's an amazing artwork.
It's worth many thousands of dollars.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a one of a kind for sure. It could be worth a lot of money if you compare the uniqueness and the you can't find stuff like that. Even people that can do that kind of stuff are becoming rare.
Yeah, like
so. Yeah.
That's a labor. Like the reason why I got it was because there was a whole argument about how many hours went into it.
You got to fix up this basement, Peter.
Yeah, well, you see there's insulation on the walls there, and I'm working my way across, and I'm going to put a floor in here. There's actually plumbing underneath this, and I got to pull out the plumbing so I know exactly where it is and finish it all up. But this year it's been outside stuff. You know, I had to get all the septic tank, and I put in new flower beds, and moving my art from the front to the back.
There's that piece that I had left here that you painted up, the Roman guy, you call him?
Yeah, the Roman guy. Well, yeah, see, like there's cups there, and there's a
He looks good with a paint job.
Yeah, of course, I told you he looked good with the paint job. He would look great.
Yeah.
You know, I remember I said the arm looks short, and you got all pissed off. He said no, and I told you, I said once he looked good with a shield, right?
Yeah.
A round shield. He looked good with a shield. His head's sort of flat. I keep trying to find a helmet. I made a helmet.
Stepped on an apple. It's from the apple tree. Have you tried the apple?
No, they're squashing. They should be ready pretty soon, but they're not ready yet. They're not ready, and they're small this year for some reason. Well, the Portlands are nice, but I didn't treat them properly last year, so they might have dots on them.
So what would it be sour right now when you say not ready?
Yeah, it would be a lot of sour. This time of year, people will. Whoa! Did you see that?
A wasp came out?
No,
spider.
Okay, I looked at the hole, right?
Yeah.
And I could see all these lines coming out of the hole. I was, what the heck's these lines? When I touched the line, the spider came out of the hole. It couldn't get its body in the hole, so it left its legs outside of the hole.
It's hilarious.
So it freaked out the spider. Go back in your hole. So anyway, these are statues.
I could smell the mint.
Oh, lots of mint here. Lots of mint. There's mint everywhere. All that's mint.
That's a nice owl there, aged right there.
This owl?
Yeah, it's got nice moss on it.
Yeah, this owl has been here since I put the fences up. I put the fence up to the garden. You can see they're falling over from old age. But see, like it's got moss growing on it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's got mushrooms on the top of its head, man.
And it's got moss growing around the edge here.
Yeah.
And then it's got moss on the sides and everything. That particular owl is 33 years old.
Wow, dude.
And it's been sitting here on this post for 33 years.
That's unbelievable.
And look at it.
That's a sacred number, according to some.
According to some. But it's been like that for 33 years. The only thing that might have happened to it is that it might have changed its engine a little bit. But it's never really left that home.
The penguin never found a home.
I don't know what to do with them. Right now we stacked it up in the wet.
Yeah.
But with the garden thing,
Some things stick around for a while, man.
I got influenced into that.
Some artworks, they just hang around forever. They just never find a home.
That's my shark head over there. Shark head. The concept was to make a shark head, big jaw, at the bottom here. You can make the bottom of the jaw as a bench. So a bench like this.
I think it's just cool as a
A
dome.
nice table in the middle, red like this.
Yeah.
Because this is like a dome.
This is a sound dome. This is what I would call it, not a shark head. I would call it the sound healing dome. Is that?
I used to joke that this was my newest area.
Yeah. No, I mean the sound would just reflect out of there, right? Like,
Oh yeah, well, don't you remember years ago I had that, my guy, remember the guy I told you about Tim over there, the guy with the big smile behind the poster?
the open mouth guy.
He ran away. Where is he? I don't see him. But you know who I mean? The guy with the long mouth and the big smile and...
The open mouth. Yeah, the red lips.
Yeah.
Where the hell is he? Right there.
Oh, he's
Right
oh
there.
yeah, I moved him yesterday. I forgot. Anyways, he was in the middle of the shark head, and it looked like he was singing.
Yeah, no, I love this guy.
Yeah, he's old too. And the cowboy was. I remember where the cowboy is, but the cowboy, the birds used to peck. My budgies used to peck and carve on both sides of his nose. So they actually carved a lot. There it is.
That's what I love about cedar, man. It just
See, look,
it doesn't die. It just stays around forever.
My
Yeah.
budgie came in here and started carving on him on both sides here. Budgie just kept picking at him all day long. I was there like, wow, he really, really wants to carve that guy. So yeah, those people.
Is it?
You see, he just ran across right there. There's a deer right there, like 50 feet away from us, watching us. So yeah.
So you used to paint these little things here?
Well, I used to like Raven a lot. See, that's Raven up there.
Nice.
And Raven is like a version of God. He created the universe, and he represents all concentric circles. See, that's one of my paintings, and that's Netch there. A Netch is like a creature from... Here, oh, there's a picture of a Netch here. I used to play Skyrim. And inside the game Skyrim, there's this thing called a Netch. It's like a friendly creature that lives next to the water.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was really cool. And I made one.
That's nice, man.
And my brother has it at his house. It's in my brother's house on display. What, like, he's got, I don't know, 30, 40 pieces of mine.
Cool.
My sister pieces of mine. My cousin's got 30 pieces of mine. Like a whole, like people who get pieces from me, they get more and more and more. So I give pieces to my family, and my family actually they have to say.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win at life. I never miss, that's fact. Taking big swings, hand me the bat. Put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag. Cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real. But how's it supposed to feel? Supposed to feel. How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
underneath 16,000, and he said Canadian or American, and when I said Canadian, he was all happy. So
well, to some 16,000 is pocket change.
But for me, I was always thinking those stairs would be part of my house. And now that I'm renovating the house, I'm thinking they should be. I just don't know where to put them anymore. I was going to put them up in the attic, like to go to the attic. But in order to do that, I have to sort of clean the section of the room down below. So
they would be cool. They would be cool stairs in someone's art studio, like going up to a secondary loft spot. You know what I mean? Like where they get featured.
House with a nice railing, because I remember we were going to. You remember Chuck? Yeah,
Chuck Martin, the European guy.
Yeah. Chuck was going to buy this. He wanted to trade for him. It's possible.
Yeah.
And he wanted to put him in his house, in his new house that he did. And when he looked at the laws, you have to have a railing on each side of those stairs. Like one against the wall, and one also on the other side. So it has to be a fancy railing that matches.
Like a glass.
Well, sort of like glass or some chrome or something that really is cool. Yeah. And otherwise, it has this danger factor where, because it's oval steps.
Yeah.
A person can misstep.
Or child or whatever.
Yeah, fall through the stairs sort of thing. So it's made for adults. It's not made to play with.
Yeah.
And in some places, you have to do special things to the stairs to make them work properly. But in other places, who gets it?
If there's inspectors involved, there might be like things that you have to like do to pass.
Well, here where we live in Quebec, they told him you have to put an extra railing there. He didn't want to put an extra railing because he had nowhere to connect the railing with the golf ball. I thought it was rim. He didn't like the idea of the tying something.
Well, back home and get some stuff done for myself over there, and
trying to come out.
Yeah, that's that. But we'll come back and film another shot another day at Peter's and keep you updated with what's going on over here too.
Here, Chick, you want some peanut butter? Chickadee, look. Babies. Come on, Chick, hungry? Hey, Chick. You like the peanut butter? You're not Chick, you're Chick's baby. You're the son. Chick's bigger than you. You're the son. You're learning not to be afraid of being real young. That's their baby things.
Wow.
Chick's bigger. Chick's not even here. Like, I don't know why he's alive. Like, usually he follows his mother. Like, I put the peanut butter down. You know? That human don't do this. It's a... Hey, Chick. What am I going to need? You can't eat chicken.
Tell me about this piece here, Peter.
Her?
Yeah.
Well, I was working with my schnapp. You can see that piece right there above the, like the wing itself. The wing is actually 4 pieces. And the top piece was part of an arch. I had the other half of the arch. I was supposed to go across my living room where my arch thing is there. Well, that was supposed to be the arch to replace it with a new arch. It worked. So because it worked, we couldn't use it. So I cut it lengthwise, down the middle with a chainsaw. So I cut it end to end like that. And I split it in half, and I made 2 sections, well 4 actually, and then the other 2 in this one. And then I ordered some plywood, and I cut 2 rings out of them. And I glued them to the rings, and then I have this base that I have. I carved it out to look more like the chest of a bird.
Would you say this is like a Thunderbird or like a...
The head is the head of an eagle, and Mike the Miner is an eagle.
Yep.
Well, Mike the Miner wanted a head of an eagle. He wanted 2 heads of an eagle. One of each end was dead or something like that. And I said, okay, I'll... And he brought me a picture, and he said, I want that eagle in my head. I made one. Well, because I had 2 blocks, I went back and made another one. Mine's here. It's exactly it's on top. Maybe his is on top of the post in front of the bed.
Nice.
Not as nice as this. But yeah, he has like 40 pieces. He's got a lot of my photos.
Yeah, maybe I'll do. I'll stop by there one day and get some footage. Yeah. Well, you'd probably come. Yeah, that came from his mind, eh? Yeah, yeah. Okay, Peter, I'm gonna head back home. I got some stuff to do. I gotta finish some pieces and stuff, but on these sticks. No fucking way. Okay.
I took the pole, I put solar lights at the end of it. Now, I got solar lights in places where I got 3 of those.
That's hilarious, man.
So I got solar lights in places.
It almost looks like a good fishing rod for the bear.
Well, your bear has one of those.
Yeah. Okay, Peter. Yeah. Yes, I did. Nice. It's about to get cold real fast now.